Hey everyone, I'm out in the blueberry patch today. You can't tell from this angle, but I actually have 9 blueberry plants that are lining my driveway. And I came out to do a little bit of work this morning, trying to beat the rain. It's sprinkling a little bit now, so I'm gonna try to do this quick. But I was so excited because I came out, I did some weeding, I was checking out the blueberries, and I was looking for any signs of growth. Last year was the worst year on record that I have ever had to deal with critters. We had everything last year. We had groundhog, we had moles, voles, deer, rabbits, squirrels, chipmunks. All of the holes that the moles and voles put in were like snake highways, and we had snakes. We even had fox coming through. It was just the worst year for managing critters. So we implemented some of our tried and true methods, but some new ones. The problem is, here in the blueberry patch, the voles really took to the blueberries. And I had a couple in particular that when I went to do my early spring fertilizing and shaping and everything, 2 in particular really, I wasn't sure if they were gonna make it. So out here this morning, I am seeing new growth and I'm super excited. So now that I know what we did worked, I thought I would take a minute to share it with you. So, like I said, we had a big issue with voles. Voles are little rodents that live underground. They dig tunnels and they eat the roots of all of your plants. And so they apparently really liked this section that I'm in right now. So what I did last fall was I actually popped these plants up out of the ground, and I looked for the tunnels. I filled the tunnels back in, and then I transplanted them and put more soil amendments and everything that I would do just like if I was transplanting. Then the part that really did it was I used a trick that an old farmer told me to use cat litter. Sorry, couldn't think of the word. But I looked out in the yard for where the tunnels were, and any place that it's soft, sometimes you can actually see the ground raised up a little bit. You might even find the holes themselves that they come in and out of. So I looked for those tunnels, I opened them up a little bit, and I filled them with cat litter. And then I buried it back in. I didn't want to put the cat litter in the actual garden itself. I just did that out in the yard, and then I buried it back with the dirt and everything. That seemed to have done the trick. I haven't seen them come back in this area at all. Now I do still have some in the front yard, so I'll probably do the same now that I know that worked. But now that I'm seeing some new growth, it's time for me to pretty much treat these as if it's early spring. I've already done this with all the other plants, and they're actually already starting to produce, and I need to cover them to protect them from the birds and rabbits and everything we still have. But I wanted to show you real quick some just spring care, early spring care. So I'm gonna just tilt this down, let you see my plant here. So you can see this side, this half was still coming in this spring. This whole section here was not. So now that you can see some new growth, I kind of just left it just to see what would happen. But I'm just gonna take my shears and I'm just gonna trim off the areas that I know are dead. So get some of these out of here. Some of them are so dry they just break right off. And if you had one that had any branches that were aiming in, you would want to get rid of those too. You need to make sure you've got good airflow with your plant, and to have a nice shape, nice and easy to get to. So let's see, so this one here is crossing over. It doesn't look good. Okay, so all the dead is gone. All the parts that are kind of aiming directions that I don't want, that's gone. The next thing you would do is you would actually want to side dress. So I'm just gonna, and you can see I've actually done this part already, but I just wanted to show you. So I pulled the pine mulch back, and I've added around it the soil acidifier, because blueberries need acidic soil. The pine mulch is already gonna do some of that, but not quite enough. So I do add some more of this. And then also my berry tone. Just like with the strawberries, I use a combination of fertilizers through the year, but at least once a year I make sure to use the berry tone. So I've already put that in here. And then I'm just gonna cover that all back up. And then the rain's coming, it's gonna give it a good watering, let all of that go down into the soil. And that's all that you need to do to for your early spring maintenance. As far as what these plants would typically be doing this time of year, you can see, maybe, let me see if I can take you over there. So you can see these plants, this is what my plant should be doing this time of year. It should already be producing. And since this has already flowered, it doesn't need to be pollinated anymore. So now I can cover it and protect all of these blueberries from any critters that might be trying to get them. And so that way I know that I'll actually have some. So I think that's everything that you need to know for spring and summer maintenance. Follow along and I'll let you know how to get these plants ready for the fall and winter. Thanks for watching.